potential. Alright, guys. This nigga, we going back to the old days, bro. Should everyone have to cover their nipples? I already know. They be probably go on YouTube and shit like that. You feel me? So fuck it. Let's see.
Hey y'all, do you
Let's
love
see what
middle
they
ground?
got.
I know I do. Did you know that every purchase
do too.
made at the Jubilee shop helps fund this show? If you're looking for ways to support Jubilee and watch more episodes of Middle Ground, make sure you check out our merch at
What's good, Henry?
shop.jubileemedia.com. Honestly, every one of your purchases goes such a long way, and we're so grateful for you.
Yeah,
And enjoy this episode.
I love that shit and
Men are
shit
just
like
as
that.
sacred as
buying
women.
no
We are
merch.
not more sacred. And so we should all either cover up or go bare chested.
Oh shit! Hey! Hey! Chill. Let's chill, alright?
I'm Alexa.
Alright?
I'm pro
I
free the
just
nipple,
got back.
and
I
I
don't
think
wanna
that
get
covering
back.
up the nipple is rooted in a lot of outdated concepts.
I want to ask the opposing side beyond a biological perspective.
So Jacob. So I can already tell you're a little horny fuck, ain't ya? You a little horny bitch, ain't ya? You talking about girls should free their nipples? You know that includes your mother and your sister, right? But you probably don't mind that. You little horny fuck. Alright.
What is the major difference between a man and a woman's nipple that makes it so drastic?
Yeah.
I'm August. I'm
little
pro
horny
free the
fuck.
nipple because I want to have the freedom to go bare chested just like men can.
I'm anti-free the nipple movement because I think it adds to the objectification of women.
I'm against this movement because I think that the answer to
See,
our
Lord,
problem
love
of
you too, brother. Thank
sexualization
you
is
for
more than
popping
just
up.
allowing women to be topless.
Step forward if you agree.
Oh, they only
Nobody-
got 2 people. They only got 2 people. Hit me up to represent. You know what I'm saying? I might be a little ghetto, but I'll still get the job done. I'll say what I need to say. They talking about free the nipple. Jacob, you little freaky fuck. I'm proud of you though, low-key. You just trying to see a crush naked and shit. You.
Nobody should be allowed
This is my
to be
first
shirtless
feedback.
in public.
Nobody should be allowed to be shirtless in public. Let me tell you what I think about that. That's usually how we do these videos. I obviously think men should be able to be shirtless. You know what I'm saying? Why? I don't know why the fuck I did that, man. Oh my god, why the fuck did I do that? I thought it was just gonna be a cool little moment where I just, cause it doesn't matter. Fucking god, man. This is what I'm talking about. Like, oh my god. Holy shit. Fucking god. But anyways, bro. I'm just trying to. So, let's get serious. Like, why a guy should be allowed to show his nipple and not a girl? 5 months from Henry, big W's, no cap. Why a guy should be able to show his nipple if he wanted to, like, go half naked, and it shouldn't be allowed for a girl is I'm not going to use professional words because I don't need to. Men get turned on by the females, you know what I'm saying, titties, you know what I'm saying, the nipple. So I see a naked woman, I'm gonna get turned on. That's just how it works. You're an attractive naked woman. You know what I'm saying? If a girl sees an attractive naked guy, it's not gonna be the same reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would literally get an erection from it. She wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just how it works. You feel me? Like, yes, a girl finds a half naked guy attractive. Oh, I see his abs. Oh my god, wow. But it's not as bad as us. Like, how attractive we find a girl that's half naked. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's the main reason. You can go all around it if you want. I mean, like, if you bring up the argument, you know what I'm saying, kids are gonna be watching, they can be like, oh, kids are watching half naked guys too. Like, it's just why it's normalized is because a girl would not get turned on by a random guy that's shirtless but I would get turned on with a random girl that's shirtless. Like I would literally like get an erection that I can't control. Like that's how it literally works. You can go around it all you want, but it's literally how it works. But I'm interested to see what they say.
I don't like telling people what to do, but I don't think it's necessary for anyone to be shirtless in public. I think there's a time and place for when you take off your clothes in public, just out of respect for other people. Like, I don't want to see a guy shirtless.
Yeah, no, I agree. I remember like I would sometimes walk to school growing up and like all the track people would be running.
CeeLo, this gonna be a YouTube video, man. Chill out on us real quick, man. Big 5 gifted from Big CeeLo. No cap. Y'all spam up the W's, man. Hey, and CeeLo gon' end it like that, my nigga. W, I love you, CeeLo. Thank you, Brody. I love you, man. No cap. Real nigga. Y'all know how CeeLo get.
And the guys would always be running with the shirt off, and I would get so annoyed. Like I just, I don't really see a point in someone just walking around without their shirt or going.
You see what I mean? Like, do you see the difference between a man and a woman? A man and a woman's opinion about the opposite gender being naked. They said, nah, I don't want to see a guy naked. Oh, that just makes me uncomfortable. Blah, blah, blah. If you ask a guy, why do you not want to see every girl naked? They would be like, literally, that would turn me on, my nigga. Like, and I don't want to see my sister or my mom naked. Like, that's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's not like, I understand it's not like, if everybody's allowed to take off their shirt, not everybody has to take off their shirt. And I feel like a lot of the girls are still going to be uncomfortable with what's it called, being half naked. 100%. Even if like, you know what I'm saying, they made it normal, like a lot of girls will still keep their bras on. And like, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of weird guys out there, but like if I bring that up, they're gonna be like, oh, like I can't take off my shirt because, you know what I'm saying, you can't control yourself, or because of a creepy guy. Like, it's just that, but like that's how the world works. You can't deny it. A guy will get literally an erection from seeing you naked. A weird ass guy will literally come up to you and try to do some shit if he sees you naked. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why like a woman gotta like cover up most of the time. Like, it just brings less. Like, I know it sounds bad, but it's just how the world works, bro. I don't want to say this type of shit, but like I'm saying what I tell to my sister type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, about somebody I care about. Like, if a girl doesn't cover up, it just brings more attention to her. The more attention she gets, it's like the more niggas she gotta deal with. You know what I'm saying? The more creepy niggas she gotta deal with. The more weird ass niggas she gotta deal with. So that's why a girl just gotta cover up. Her mother tells, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, mothers usually teach their daughters, cover up. You know what I'm saying? That's the exact reason. It's some weird ass niggas out here. And like, the dominant sex is men. So, like, if a weirdo girl sees me half naked, the fuck she gonna do to me? You know what I'm saying? She try to come touch me and shit when I don't want her to. I'll shove that bitch across the room. You know what I'm saying? If she's a little bigger than me, might have to slap the bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I am able to defend myself against that. But if a girl is half naked, you know what I'm saying? Like a guy can force her to do something and she wouldn't able to like defend herself. But anyways, mods ban that nigga unless he changes his name.
Going into a store without their shirt, a guy or a girl.
Can they disagree or step forward?
I mean, like, I don't think there's a need to go topless at any point. I think it's just more about like convenience, especially if it's like really hot out. Like, I don't really want to be wearing a shirt, especially like in New York where I live. It's really like humid and stuff. I don't know. Shirts are kind of uncomfortable in that context.
Like, a man walking around shirtless in a grocery store is gonna be weird regardless.
You little freaky fuck. I'm so excited to hear what this nigga has to say.
And I think a woman doing that would be weird as well. But if a man goes with a shirt off on a beach and a woman were to do that, I think that should both be fine.
The context does matter, but as a whole,
They gonna tell the nigga to sit at the corner, nigga, like. Nigga, Jacob, you a little freaky fuck. I know niggas like this, man. It's the pick me. Them niggas be in my comments. Try to go in the, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I might be like, Jacob, fuck it. You can take off your shirts. I'm gonna just tell my family members to like keep their shirt on when I'm around. Yeah, and to keep their shirt on in general, actually. And then, you know, the baddies. Fuck it. Nigga, Jacob, you little.
We do change society to be more free in that aspect. The core of these issues isn't going to change because, like in other countries, when they, you know, they have a different mindset than we do, and the issues are still prevalent. Like the core of like how crappy humans are or can be doesn't really change whether or not you allow people to be free or not.
It will. I absolutely believe that it will.
Oh, shit.
And I think it's a very simple matter of obliterating misogynists, and that's not just men,
Holy
but
shit.
women who uphold misogyny, which comes from conservative thinking.
Why do you think that is? Like, what makes you think that having that freedom is the answer?
Abrahamic religions have so much influence over the way we all have grown up, and our parents and their parents. And I'm going through my own cleansing process of things in my upbringing that came from my parents raising them, that trickled down into my raising my kids, that is harmful, absolutely harmful and disgusting and pathetic.
Breasts.
Like these are like, bro, these are the type of like girls that try to change the world, that try to change how everything works. If you allow your daughter to go out half naked, she is 10 times more likely to get harassed or assaulted sexually, my nigga. You know this. Why you acting stupid? This is the type of shit that makes me mad. Like she's acting clueless to what's going on in the world. I'm sorry, it's how it works. It literally, it's how it works. Like a weirdo guy, just a bad human being, like a guy, would literally assault a girl if they get their attention, like sexually. You know what I'm saying? And being naked would probably be the best way to do it. Because if a girl's wearing some, you know what I'm saying, tight, you know, really shows her shape or shit, it's really attractive. So she's more likely to get assaulted by a guy than a girl wearing like a baggy clothes, because you really can't see anything, and there's not, you know what I'm saying, she doesn't look as attractive as a girl that you can see her shape in. You know what I'm saying? But if you, like, that's the best example I can give, bro. Like, if you let your daughter out shirtless, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's 10 times more likely she's gonna get assaulted. She's acting like she doesn't know what's going on. Like, these are the type of girls that make me so mad. And, like, is it, like, what's gonna be next if they can take off their shirt? Why can't we take off our underwear and legit be naked? I literally don't see the difference between a woman literally showing their titties and being fully naked. I don't get it. What's gonna stop them from saying, let's be fully naked? Like, clothes shouldn't be required at all. Nothing can stop them from saying that.
Are inherently sexual.
What the fuck does that mean?
Breasts are inherently sexual if the whole entire body is inherently sexual. A shoulder, the tip of a nose, even eyelashes, everything can become erogenous.
Like, this is what I'm talking about, bro. Like, she takes everything literal and acts clueless. Like, you gotta understand, like, bitches like this, you can't stop them. You just gotta let them be. Fuck it, bro. The niggas out here starting relationship with their cars, bro. Being in a sexual relationship. Like, there's niggas like this that are completely delusional, have no clue of what's going on in the world, are in their own circle, bro. They literally don't care. Like they're like sped, bro. Like I'm dead ass serious. That's crazy. What the fuck? Like she's comparing breasts with shoulders, with eyelashes.
I totally agree with you of everything you said, but I think inherently they're not sexual. I do doula work, and so I care deeply about women's bodies and the nature of child rearing and childbirth. Like when we're born, hopefully people don't sexualize babies, and actually when I work with parents, I make sure that they don't objectify their child. I'm like, this is your child, they're not your mini-me, they're not yours to play with, they're not your doll, they're not your toy, they're their own person, and we should treat.
Who the fuck are you to tell them that? Like, you gotta know your place. Wait, what the fuck do you mean they're not mini you, bro? Like, you're not paying for their meals at the end of the day. Like, you gotta, bro, this shit is pissing me off, bro. Like, this shit is actually getting to me. I don't know why. But, like, bitches don't know their place, bro. You gotta know your place and some shit. Like, you see a kid getting whooped. You can try to stop it, but at some point, you should just stop, bro. It's not your place. Bro, like, he's literally, like, the person is raising the child how, like, whatever the best way they think is. Like, obviously, I mean, some people do not care about their children but for the most part, like, they're doing their best, and whipping them, they think that, like, it's gonna put them back on track. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so stupid.
Treat them with respect. I just don't think that inherently bodies are supposed to be sexualized. It's society and people who have sexualized the body.
Like I was in dance for a long time, and I was like also in sports, so I just can't imagine like not being able to wear a sports bra when playing soccer. Like I just feel like that'll just cause a lot of discomfort. When it comes to like running and stuff, I feel like it would be harder to do those things without a sports bra.
Oh yeah,
like,
because you're gonna be bouncing
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
But
Do you
still,
mind if I say something? I think that the answer isn't
She got
freeing
no
the nipple
filter,
and just
my
letting
nigga.
everyone be liberated. I think the answer is
Hashtag let 'em hang.
that in your home, teach your child how to respect someone's body, how to respect themselves. And my mom might get mad at me for saying this, but like in my home, she was almost never dressed. She's super, super Christian. But at the same time, that should be in my home.
I guess more as appearance-wise, if we're talking free the nipple, I don't see the difference. I mean, I'll be candid, I've seen both male and female nipples before in my life, and I couldn't really tell a difference.
I will say on that though, I'm a transgender woman, so when I started transitioning, my nipples changed a lot. They became a lot more puffy, they became bigger, bigger areolas, and they became a lot more sensitive.
I knew something was up. Like, she was kind of like stiff, jaws and shit out, and like she's, you know what I'm saying? Like she looks strong. You know what I'm saying? Them skinny strong niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew something was up. I just knew something was up. I didn't want to judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my religious shit and shit like that. I don't want to call her trans. Like, I don't know what's going on in the world. I don't know how she was born and shit. But nigga, she was born as a man, cuz. Bro, decide. Like, you still trying to see some girl titties? You transition into a woman, bro. You gotta decide. Do you want men or women, bro? Like, she's trying to see, bro. Jacob, get your mans, bro. Jacob, get your mans. Get your mans, Jacob.
Sensitive. I think part of the sexualization of female nipples is because of that it's like an erogenous zone as well. That's like one aspect of it.
Right.
So I will say like they are a bit different.
I think that women's bodies are really sacred, and I don't feel like I need to take off my shirt to feel like equal to a man, if that makes sense, a biological male.
But I think it goes beyond even being equal to a man, because we're now more than just men and women. I have a child who is recently identifying as non-binary.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that explains a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's always the non-binary. It's always the they them. Like they haven't even decided for themselves yet, bro. I don't want to get into this right now, bro.
Just yesterday, I met a biological woman who was, she's had her breasts removed. I am augmented and lopsided. I want all of us, including you, to be able to just be free. Men are just as sacred as women. We are not more sacred. And so we should all either cover up or go bare-chested.
This movement
Yes, you are. Why is she denying the fact that women cover up more than men? I mean, nowadays you can argue with that because, like, literally crop tops and shit. No nigga wear no straight nigga wear crop tops and shit. I mean, you can argue that.
lead to more sexual attacks against.
Wait. The movement. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's repeat this question.
This movement will lead to more sexual attacks against women.
So I've been talking about this before this question even got brought up, which is a really good question. And I can't wait to see what the mother of the non-binary kid has to say with the big titties and shit. I low-key want to see her shirtless. Fuck it. Nigga, I shouldn't even be arguing with a bitch. But like I'm being mature right now. I low-key want to see the bitch naked, but I'm being mature right now. So like for this question, it's 100%. 100% yeah. Because like I said, if you're half naked and there's a rapist, a weirdo standing, he's definitely gonna come up to you, try to do some shit. You're walking alone shirtless, it's almost guaranteed. But if you cover up, there's less chance of him coming up to you because he's not turned on by that. If you know what I'm saying. It shouldn't be this way. Don't get it fucked up, guys. Like, it shouldn't be this way. A girl should not have to worry about, like, you know what I'm saying, covering up just so she doesn't get attacked by a guy. But that's just how it is, and that will never change. I hope, like, I want y'all to hear me say this. That will never change. Unless some type of, like, you know what I'm saying, some type of shit happens with the genders. But as long as men are the dominant gender, which means, like, you know what I'm saying, they're literally physically stronger, it will never change. I'm so sorry, bro. Like, you just gotta acknowledge your situation, the situation you're in, the world you're in, the environment you're in, and adapt. That's the only thing you can do. Stop trying to change the world, bro. You're not gonna change the world, bro. You talk about I want to keep my shirt off and shit. You gonna send your daughter out naked, bro? She gonna fuck around and get harassed. Like,
I hesitate a lot because I think part of this movement for me is to change that culture and to change the desexualization of the bodies. And I think with that increased desexualization, less attacks will happen. In New York,
less attack will happen when a girl gets half naked. This is the type of people that they bring on the show, bro. This is the type of people. How do you react to that? I'm trying to react. How do you react to that, bro?
Where I am, it's legal to be topless since 1992, so I take advantage of that quite often. But because it's less attacks will happen. In New York, where I am, it's legal to be topless since 1992, so I take advantage of that quite often. But because of the sexual
Let's just say in general. Utah, Colorado, Wyoming. Where the fuck is New York, you lying bitch? But anyways, it's actually legal? That's crazy. That's crazy. So the fuck you arguing for? Go out naked. You see what happens?
I've been harassed, been masturbated at, been assaulted in other contexts. I'm not.
They masturbating to the trans bitch. Imagine what they gonna do with this one. With this one. They goddamn masturbating to the chick. She ain't even got titties like that. I see no difference between me and them. Fuck it. I don't even know the pronouns. I'm trying to be respectful, nigga. They masturbating to the trans bitch. Imagine what they gonna do with this one. You, man. She said I've been getting harassed. Wait, so how's this gonna change anything? Legalizing how? Wait, so it's legal in her state, right? New York. And she goes shirtless. They go shirtless, bro. Fuck it. They go shirtless. And she get masturbated at, harassed and shit. She was like, fuck it. Let's just make it legal so more girls do it. And more girls get harassed. And then the boys will eventually stop. Is that what's going on in her head? Huh? Is that... Guys. If I'm missing something, please let me know in chat, bro. Please. Try to let me see the other side of this shit. Because I can't see it. They're agreeing it'll lead to more sexual assault. But what she said, Chris, was literally, I'm hoping this is gonna, like, decrease it. That's what she said at the start.
I'm not going to be ignorant and say, like, that's not because of my nipples, but I'm also not going to victim blame and say, like, I deserve that because I'm showing my breasts.
I agree. I think in some way it might be a matter of getting worse before it gets better, but we can't know that until we implement it more places. I have also...
Guys, I don't want to keep pausing this, bro, but this is what I'm talking about. She ignores what's going on. Like, she literally, like, you know what I'm saying? You go off your past experience, right? You go off your past experience, you know. If you go to the hood with some money and you get that shit robbed and you get popped in the shoulder, you're not going back to the hood with some money, right? You see somebody else, you see one of your homeboys, you see somebody else going to the hood with some money, gets popped on the shoulder or gets killed. You're not going to the hood with no money. That's just how the human mind works. But this dumb one right here, this dumbass right here is saying, like, you can never know if we don't try it. Okay, let me just lay it out for you, ma'am. Girls with clothes on are getting sexually, like, assaulted, sexually harassed. Harassed happens a lot, happens daily. Guys, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not really difficult for people to use their mouth, comment and shit like that for guys. Like, it might be a little more rare to get harassed. But let's just talk about... No, it might be a little more, like, rare to get assaulted. But harassed happens a lot. If a girl has clothing on and she gets assaulted, harassed, how is that gonna change if she takes off her shirt, bro? Like, yeah, like, people like this you can't argue with, bro.
Masturbated at by a neighbor. He did it twice. I would go out in my yard, dressed from head to toe in what I call grubbies to do yard work. I was not looking cute. And yet my neighbor, he took a liking to it, a little too much of a liking, and so I lived in fear for a really long time. I was yelled at for breastfeeding also many, many years ago, and it shocked me and it made my infant cry.
Yeah.
And the man who got caught looking decided that he was mad that he got caught and said that I was disgusting and I was foul for showing my breasts in public.
Did the guy handle that situation well? Hell no, he didn't. Is that guy a dog? Hell yeah. Is he horny as shit for just staring at a girl breastfeeding her kid? Hell yeah, he is. But should she expect that to happen? Should she expect that niggas like this should exist? Yes, she should know that. That's why women cover up. Because they know horny ass, bum ass niggas exist. It's just like, bro, like, it's like I can go back to the hood example. Like, I will never flex my money in the hood because I know I'm gonna get that shit robbed. I can come on this show all I want and argue that, yo, I should be able to flex my money that I earned anywhere I want. I shouldn't get robbed. But that's not how it works. You go to any hood and flex your money, you're gonna get clapped. Just like a girl should dress how they want, freely, without having to worry about a man harassing or assaulting them. But that's not gonna happen. You go out half naked, you're gonna get harassed or assaulted at least. That's just how the world works. Like, look at your environment. Look at where you're at. Look at your situation, which is literally Earth, and adapt. That's all you can do. Stop trying to change the world. You're not gonna change the world, bro. Like, you guys gotta understand, but like,
I disagreed because if a regular person is walking by and a woman's topless, I don't think that someone who is not intending to do that, I don't think they're gonna just change their mind and go and attack someone. But I just thought about all the women who have been assaulted, who've been like fully clothed.
I definitely noticed that when I am topless in New York, it's like people pay attention to me more. So I guess like me having my nipples showing like is not going to lead to me being assaulted, but it will lead to like more people paying attention to me and attracting all people, including those bad people.
We can't really say that.
Wait, guys, listen to what she just said again. I'm sorry. Just listen to it one more time. Right?
Been like fully clothed.
I definitely noticed that when I am topless in New York, it's like people pay attention to me more.
Okay, when she's topless in New York, people pay attention to her more than they pay attention to her when she got a shirt on. Go on.
So I guess like me having my nipples showing like is not going to lead to me being assaulted, but it will lead to like.
Okay, even though she gets more attention, good and bad, by the way, she gets more attention with her shirt off, that still doesn't mean that bad attention can lead to assault.
More people paying attention to me and attracting all people, including those bad people.
We can't really say that anything more is going to happen because I think no matter what rules are in place, people are still going to be really horrible. But I do think it's going to take away the sacredness of the body.
I'm curious as to what your response to me would be when I say like people paying attention to me more because I'm topless and am perceived as a woman.
Being topless does draw attention and takes away from someone really getting to.
Look, she thought she proved a point, so I gotta discard that point. Wait, listen to her question again.
Like people paying attention to me more because I'm topless.
Okay, you gotta respond to people paying attention to me more when I'm topless. For one, it's not normalized. When anything out the ordinary, you see anything out the ordinary that's gonna grab your attention. From one. Second, like I said, guys are sexually attracted to women's breasts. You know what I'm saying? They get literally boners from that shit. Literally. You know what I'm saying? So that might be why you're getting a lot more attention than you are with your shirt on. Might be. Don't know that.
I'm perceived as a woman.
Being topless does draw attention and takes away from someone really getting to focus on who you are as a person and what you're able to offer besides your body. And that's not to say that like in my past, like I definitely wore suggestive clothing or I would be intentional about how I dress because I wanted certain attention.
Did you guys see the Billie Eilish commercial when it was like a Calvin Klein commercial and she was like fully covered. I think she was wearing like a tracksuit and she talked about like objectifying and how she found it more empowering not to do like the stereotypical Calvin Klein commercial. Like the free the nipple and going topless is empowering, but I think also it can be empowering not to do that and to wear I don't know, like a t-shirt or a tracksuit.
I think to me, the Free the Nipple movement comes down to choice rather than like inherently showing that like this is liberating. Because it is really liberating for some people and it's really not liberating for other people.
I like to look at things from a historical perspective because like this has been done before. I think circa 1937, before then, men couldn't even show their nipples in public. They would protest on the beaches and they got arrested a bunch of times. It took a very long time until some judge was like, yeah, that's fine. And then here we are today.
It hasn't even been quite 100 years since then. So I was born in 1976. So in my 45 years on this planet, all I know is that I have not been able to be bare-chested and have even been yelled at for breastfeeding, but men always have been able to.
Children should...
Why do you think they got allowed, bro? Why do you think... Okay, so it was illegal for guys to be shirtless. I'm not going to act like I knew that. I never knew that. I never knew that it would be illegal for guys to go shirtless. But they, you know what I'm saying, went on a process and shit like that. And, you know what I'm saying, men got allowed to take off their shirts, basically. And why that happened is because men doesn't have to deal, like, the main reason this shouldn't be allowed is probably because it's gonna lead to more sexual harassments and assaults. A naked guy walking around. No girl in the world, right? No girl in the world. People might pay attention to him, but no girl in the world is gonna come to him and try to grab his dick. Not a single person, not a single female on the. Bro, I don't care how creepy she is, bro. A guy naked is obviously just unattractive to females. You can ask any female if a guy's walking around naked on the road. Like an attractive guy, nobody's gonna try to like touch him. And even if a girl came up to him, he can defend himself and shove the bitch off. You know what I'm saying? He can sock the bitch. He's walking on that dark alleyway, just alone, and a girl is just standing right there. She sees a naked guy. She try to come up to him, try to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? If the bitch is a little bigger than him, y'all have to slap the bitch. Otherwise, shove her. You know what I'm saying? I don't hit women. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why I'm saying shove her. But if she's a little bigger, you know what I'm saying, you might have to do what you gotta do to keep yourself protected. But let's look at it from the girl's perspective. She's walking around naked. An attractive woman is walking around naked. How many guys are gonna try to smack her butt, bro? Why was that so loud? I don't know why that was so loud. How many guys are gonna try to smack her butt? How many guys are trying to grab that shit? How many guys are gonna try to assault her, harass her? Hella people. Like, it's just so obvious. Like, it makes...
Not be exposed to nipples. Children should not be exposed to nipples.
Someone who maybe grew up in a household where no one walked around shirtless, and then someone walks around shirtless in public, I feel like that might create a really big shock factor for the kid, or it might make the kid feel uncomfortable. I guess that's my apprehension.
What I think about that is it should not. I mean, guys' nipples, because you can never shield your kid from the world. You just gotta teach them how to adapt. I'm streaming 2 hours to 4 hours, so it's almost 2 hours now. We'll just see how the vibes is. 2 hours to 4, so we'll just see how the vibes is. But literally, a girl. I was talking about the kids, so you can never shield. Chris, they're saying guys should keep on shirts, or everybody should be naked. You know what I'm saying? That's literally what they're saying. But anyways, you can never shield your kid from the world. You just gotta show them how to adapt. Just teach them stuff, right? You can never hide from your daughter, you know what I'm saying? That there's girls getting sexually harassed, which is a tough subject to talk about, probably. You can never hide that from her. you can just teach that to her. You know what I'm saying? So like you can never shield your kid from the world. That's what I'm saying. So like, yeah, I wouldn't mind my kid at all looking at a guy's nipple. But at girls, it's not normal. So that would be a little weird. And the only reason that it shouldn't be normal is because what can come with it, sexual harassment and assaults. That's the main reason.
You say about like shock factor and stuff. I think to focus on that and to like prevent children from seeing nipples is to say like to educate the children that like, oh, this is something bad, this is something I should not look at, and that only just perpetuates the sexualization again, like of nipples, that I believe is not necessarily helpful. If a kid were to see like a nipple in public, it's like not the end of the world, and it's like actually helpful to like encourage that. And to me, like seeing a male nipple versus like a female nipple in public shouldn't make a difference.
You've
about,
been
like, how the
both.
child sees
What?
them.
I remember the first time I saw like a breast was in a book about like African tribes, and there were like women that were feeding their babies, and I was just like, what is this? And people did not explain to me what that was. And if I did see a nipple or I did see a naked body, what is unfortunate is that some people do push that down and just like, oh, we don't talk about that.
Just I guess I want to ask you guys a question regarding.
Look, I swear that's a good point. I swear to God, like I just want to talk about that. I don't want to discard good points and only talk about the bad points. Like, you know, there's villages in Africa, like no girl puts on shirts. You know what I'm saying? It's just they're literally naked, and there's guys in that village, and like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, the girls get sexually assaulted, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, but it's not as much. You know, there's some things in the world that you know are wrong, you know are not right, but it's just, it is what it is, because you can't do anything about it. You can't remove all the bad people from the world. You literally can't do anything about it. It's just, it is what it is. You just gotta adapt. This is one of the situations. Nipples have been sexualized. Yeah, it's obvious. Men are attracted by the nipples. But, you know, society made it like that. And you can't taste that. There's going to be those bad people in the world, no matter what time we're in. And they're going to, like, girls are going to get affected by being half naked. 100%. But in, like, the African, like, region, you know, there's no social life and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no social media and shit that sexualizes women. There's no porn, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta be like, it is what it is, and adapt, bro. Hannah, this how I pay the bills, Hannah. I gotta watch this shit and react, Hannah. This how it goes. This how I get the clips. This how I get the fame. This how I get the money. This how I pay the bills. So it is what it is.
Children, I guess. If we could find like some way to incorporate this free the nipple movement into sex education, especially at the elementary level, about consent and like what the body is, when it's okay to sexualize and when it's probably not okay, how would you feel about that, I guess?
I think sex education should be in the home. And I understand that some people don't have great parents. So from my private school experience, they did not talk about sex education in a healthy way. And so I think there is a problem. There does need to be developmentally appropriate conversation, but I really believe that should be up to the parent.
Women. Look, from that point, from that guy's question, he said, we should teach kids this shit. What guy doesn't know it's bad to just stare at a woman's titties? Every guy knows that, but he still does it. Because that nigga titties is sexualized in our society. So like, if a girl walks around naked, a lot of guys are gonna stare, including myself. I'm not gonna lie. Why would I not stare? That would be really gay of me, bro. That ass.
Men's bodies are entitled to the same rights as men's bodies.
I mean, they're entitled.
Yeah, so
to
I think the
same
notion
rights.
of like a female body versus a male body as a transgender woman is very interesting. You know, for 18 years of my life, basically, I could take off my shirt and like be totally fine with that in the world. And I started hormones when I was in the closet. So I was like passing as male, and I had breasts, right? But I could still take my shirt off, and it's only once I started like being gendered as female that that wasn't the case. And to me, that's very like ambiguous of like where I started passing as female, because passing and people perceiving me as female is such a, like an individual experience.
Don't you identify as a female?
So I disagreed only because I don't like the wording of entitled. We're a very spoiled country. Yes, we should all have equal opportunity, but like, you know, no one's entitled to show anything or do anything that they don't want to do. And so
Right.
I just didn't like that phrasing.
Let's say that we're getting closer to a point where seeing all people able to just walk around bare-chested. If that's going to be so weird that we go in the opposite direction and it's like, okay guys, you can't go shirtless anymore. Imagine the shock. They're going to be like, no way, you can't do that to me.
I've heard a lot in this conversation about stuff being fair, and the entitlement just really bothered me. Life isn't fair, society isn't fair, people aren't fair, but as a whole, I just don't think that the movement is the answer to the issue we have with this whole, the society crap.
That's a wrap.
Wait.
The society crap.
That's a wrap.
He got his nails painted. I knew something was right. I knew something was right. Something was not right with Jacob, bro. And first this, now this. Guys, you guys gotta pay attention to this shit, bro. I don't know how I caught that, but I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I pay attention to this shit. I knew something was up. That nigga got his nails painted. I mean, apparently nowadays, you know, that doesn't mean you're gay if you got your nails painted, so we don't even know. That's the world we live in, right? We don't even... Shit crazy. Shit crazy, man. Yeah, that nigga got shoe game, though, huh? Shit crazy, man. No bap. No cap. No rap cap in my rap.